You know, he's respected. I'm a fan of Canelo. And like I said before, Canelo is the last of the great fighters that's available to fight. Canelo's at 168. It's a big task, but I'm always up for it. Big risk, big reward. And I want to be the first ever boxer to be a three-weight undisputed world champion.
Talk to me about like the business of this fight, because it's live on Netflix. This is your first time fighting on Netflix.
Right.
How does this fight come together as opposed to like typical fights that you've had in the past?
Well, it's all the same. You know, at the end of the day, you got the promotion, you got the network coming out, and they shooting you, and they promoting the fight.
The world of boxing is buzzing, and for good reason. Terence Crawford, the undisputed welterweight king, has turned his sights toward one of the sport's biggest names, Saul Canelo Alvarez. In a bold and vicious statement, Crawford warned Canelo in no uncertain terms. "I'll sleep Canelo." That short phrase sent shockwaves through the boxing world, igniting debates, raising eyebrows, and fueling speculation about whether Crawford truly has what it takes to dethrone the Mexican superstar. This isn't just another call-out. It's the clash of two of
guys that are coming towards the back end of their careers, but two legends, pound-for-pound legends of the sport. A fascinating fight between two guys with tremendous ring IQ. I guess the big conversation is how the weight will affect Bud and how he will respond to the size. You know, we got a situation where in Los Angeles, Crawford didn't look that big against the 154. In fact, I thought Madrimov looked the bigger, the stronger guy in that fight. I thought it was a very, very close fight, that fight. Now you're going up two divisions at 168 for Canelo Alvarez, who is, you know, a pound-for-pound legend of the sport. Against Skull, he didn't look great. You know, the movement didn't look great. I didn't think he...
boxing's greatest technicians, one a master of slick movement and surgical precision, the other a powerhouse with the ability to break opponents down with sheer strength and relentless pressure. But before we dive into the potential fireworks of this fight, let's unpack all the key points surrounding this massive storyline. Ince dismantling Errol Spence Jr. in July 2023 to become the undisputed welterweight champion, Terence Crawford's stock has skyrocketed. That performance wasn't just a victory, it was a complete domination. Many experts considered Spence a 50-50 matchup, yet Crawford made him look ordinary.
That's really the million-dollar question. How can he hang at 168? When you spend time with both of them, they're both so confident, you actually can't see him losing. Bud talks a brilliant game, and he's walked the walk continuously. And he has probably the best boxing IQ in the game. I probably, and you know, Canelo's my guy, but I probably lean...
stopping him in the 9th round. That fight cemented Crawford's reputation as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. His ring IQ, counterpunching, and adaptability proved he's not just skilled. He's on another level entirely. After that win, Crawford's confidence soared, and understandably so. He feels unstoppable, and calling out Canelo shows just how much he believes in his abilities. Crawford knows what he brings to the table. His warning wasn't just trash talk. It was rooted in the belief that his speed, timing, and accuracy can neutralize even a bigger, stronger opponent.
Really did set the blueprint of how to beat Canelo Alvarez. You know, what you do is you're slick, but you throw punches in bunches, you move into range, bomb, 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 out of range. You do it again, because Canelo's not that active. He doesn't throw a lot of punches. And he hates movement, hates it. Crawford's got that, you know, Crawford, to be honest, Crawford's got to probably make it a little bit.
Opponent like Canelo. Canelo Alvarez is not just another fighter. He's arguably the biggest name in boxing today. The Mexican superstar has conquered divisions from junior middleweight to light heavyweight, capturing multiple world titles along the way. His resume is stacked with names: Gennady Golovkin, Miguel Cotto, Sergey Kovalev, Caleb Plant, and many more. For Crawford, taking on Canelo represents the ultimate challenge and the ultimate payday. Beating Canelo would instantly elevate him into a new stratosphere, cementing his legacy as not just
win rounds. And I think Crawford will win rounds in those fights.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Especially the early rounds. So Canelo may have to do something and try, because he's not that active. I don't think he really...
one of the greats, but perhaps the greatest of his era. And let's be real, Crawford isn't chasing easy fights. He's 36 years old, with nothing left to prove at welterweight. Moving up to face Canelo at super middleweight is a bold move, but it's also the type of legacy-defining risk that boxing fans crave. Of course, the elephant in the room is size. Crawford has spent his career dominating at lightweight, junior welterweight,
But the more this fight goes, it's more 50-50, and more people are starting to respect this man because he's been posting social media. He looks bigger. He looks like a muscular fighter, not like an out-of-shape lightweight or welterweight coming up in weight. He looks like a legitimate, muscular, middleweight type fighter. I love the fact that he's actually marketing himself, getting great sparring, the running, the videos, and just he looks like a beast, man. So I love everything he's doing to promote this fight and to show everyone I'm not the smaller man here. It's going to be an equal size fight when it comes to
and welterweight. Canelo, on the other hand, has fought as high as light heavyweight, where he knocked out Sergey Kovalev. That's a massive difference in natural size and punching power. Critics argue that Crawford may simply be too small to handle Canelo's strength. They point to previous fighters who dared to move up and challenge Canelo, only to get broken down. Still, Crawford isn't walking into this blind. His skill set, elite footwork, pinpoint counters, and unmatched ring IQ could help him neutralize the size disadvantage. Let's not forget, boxing history is filled with smaller men shocking the world. Think Manny Pacquiao.
he has a wrestling background. I think he put on the right muscle. He's not soft in the midsection. You could tell that he still carries that muscle right. It's like whenever you do go up in weight and you see the muscle around the shoulders and the biceps and the back, that's when you're like, wow, okay, this is impressive. You see him deadlifting. He's a strong fighter, and he did it the right way. Just like Roy Jones Jr. when he went to heavyweight. He didn't look heavy. He looked just as muscular, only he did it, the muscle were in the right proportion places.
Taking on bigger opponents, or even Sugar Ray Leonard outclassing naturally larger fighters. Crawford sees himself in that lineage, and his statement, "I'll sleep Canelo," isn't just bravado. It's a declaration that skill can overcome size. Canelo hasn't ignored Crawford's call-out. While respectful, he's made it clear that he believes the Nebraska native is biting off more than he can chew. To Canelo, Crawford might be elite at 14-7, but at 168,
spectacular. He clearly has put on the weight in the right way. And this is not the case of a guy having a couple of months to get up to 168 pounds. He has basically been preparing for this moment for the better part of a year. Like, he knew that it was Canelo Alvarez or bust. So he's going to come in.
"I'll sleep Canelo." That short phrase sent shockwaves through the boxing world, igniting debates, raising eyebrows, and fueling speculation about whether Crawford truly has what it takes to dethrone the Mexican superstar. This isn't just another call-out. It's the clash of two of boxing's greatest technicians, one a master of slick movement and surgical precision, the other a powerhouse with the ability to break opponents down with sheer strength and relentless pressure. But before we dive into the potential fireworks of this fight, let's
most people would put to Terence Crawford is the size element of things. But I think if he's going to fight Canelo Alvarez, it's the right time to fight him now, because we're seeing elements of decline in Alvarez. Okay, the dance partners has been forced to fight against William Skell. Didn't come to fight, did they? No. But Crawford, it'll be interesting to see how their styles gel and how the fight proceeds. But having watched Crawford like you have done, from the moment he landed on these shores to deal with Ricky Burns all those years ago, to the manner in which he dismantled Errol Spence and stepping up the weight classes, I'm in Spencer's camp. We're both in the same position, aligned, foolishly together perhaps.
Unpack all the key points surrounding this massive storyline. Ince dismantling Errol Spence Jr. in July 2023 to become the undisputed welterweight champion, Terence Crawford's stock has skyrocketed. That performance wasn't just a victory, it was a complete domination. Many experts considered Spence a 50-50 matchup, yet Crawford made him look ordinary, stopping him in the 9th round. That fight cemented Crawford's reputation as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world.